Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. So I recently shared a video across a couple of platforms making a lemon loaf, and I got so many questions about what's the recipe, what recipe did you use, and just all the things. And I'm like, oh my God. So I decided that today would be a great day for me to make a lemon loaf. One, because it is spring and y'all, I love anything lemon. It was really an excuse for me to make a lemon loaf because I really love lemon loaves, and the fact that I haven't had one since the fall is insane. So today we are getting ready to make one. So without further ado, let's get started. So the one thing that I love about this cake is it's beginner friendly. And y'all, if I can make this cake, y'all definitely can make this cake because I'm a person that came from not even being able to cook. So it's funny now that I look back, it's like, okay, I used to burn water, y'all. Like, it's so funny. But yes, literally burnt water. But now that I know how to make this cake, it is like really in heavy rotation. I had to stop making it for a while because I love lemons, but everyone in my household don't love lemons like that. So I kind of went overboard with making lemon loaves and really anything lemon. So let's go over the ingredients that we will need for this cake. So for one, we will need eggs. We will need sugar, so just regular granulated sugar. Flour, and I have self-rising flour. Now, if you're a real baker and you know how to do the baking powder to baking soda, all-purpose flour ratio, then by all means, hey, go for it. But I'm using self-rising flour. We got our butter. You can either use salted or unsalted. It's really just your preference on what you want to use. And of course, our lemons. So now that we got our ingredients here, let's go ahead and get started on making the cake. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to mix our butter and our sugar together. The goal is to get a creamy texture with no lumps. So I'm going to use my electric mixer, but you can use a stand mixer or mix by hand, whichever your preference is. So now that we have the creamy texture that we were going for, we're now going to add in our eggs, our flour, and lemon zest. Keep in mind that while you're doing your lemons, that you don't want to get the white parts, you just want to get the yellow parts because you don't want it to be bitter. So if the white parts are more bitter than the yellow. Okay, so we're almost to the finish line. Now we're about to whisk all of this until it's combined. So you should have something like this after you get done mixing. You don't want to over mix it, but I did make sure to see if I had any lumps, like from the flour, from the eggs and all that stuff or whatever. I did take my little silicone spatula to check that out, but now it is time to grease and flour your pan so we can get this bad boy in the oven. All right, so this is what the pan should look like when you're buttering it. You just take a stick of butter. You don't use the whole stick of butter, and you just roll it around until you get it to how you want it. My goal is to make sure that my cake pops out without it sticking to the pan. So that is what I'm doing, and now I'm getting ready to flour it. Now for the fun part, we now can put our cake batter inside of the lemon loaf pan so we can hopefully have a very good lemon loaf that pops right out of the pan. It's ready for the oven, yay! So we're gonna cook this for 40 to 45 minutes, but it also depends on your stove. So you can always do the toothpick check to stick inside the cake and see if it's done. Okay, so while we wait for the lemon loaf to get done, we're gonna take the lemon that we zested with and we're going to juice it inside of your measuring cup. And then we're gonna take some confection sugar and add it to it. So you can call this a syrup or just a lemon concoction that you're putting together. I don't know if you guys are familiar with poke cakes, like the Butterfinger cake. Once you take the lemon loaf out of the oven, you're just going to poke around. Then you're gonna pour that lemon concoction all over so it can get, deep into the cake so it can be all juicy and moist. And that's what we're gonna do. And then afterwards, we're going to make the glaze to go on top. Okay, so we're gonna start by squeezing our lemons in here. We're gonna do the lemon first So just in case like a seed get in here like it just did, we can remove that easily before we put our sugar inside of here. And you're just gonna need this 1 lemon to squeeze for this portion. Okay, so for this part, you're gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar to this. So the goal is for this to stay a runny consistency. You don't want it to be like too thick. If you find that it's too thick, then you can go back in and add some more lemon. Okay, we have pulled our cake out the oven, and y'all, I'm so ready to eat a piece. I'm gonna poke the holes like along the side. Since you already got this little groove here, we're just gonna pour the little lemon concoction over that little part. We don't have to poke holes there, just gonna be in these little areas here. Okay, now it's time to make the glaze. So here's the thing with the glaze. It's really gonna be a preference on what you wanna do. You can use the confession sugar and the lemon juice and then make that with your glaze, or you can add a little milk to it. It's just really a preference when it comes to that. So when I start off with 1 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, and this is where you have to start gazing this to see how you actually want it once you actually start mixing it. Okay, so when you get done, you should have a cake that looks something like this. We're gonna go ahead and cut this and see what it looks like, y'all. Yes, Lord. Definitely ready to take a bite. Okay, now for the part that we've all been waiting for. It's time to taste a delicious slice of this delicious lemon loaf, you guys. OMG. This is it right here, y'all. This is it. If you try this recipe, I would love for you guys to comment below and tell me if you tried it or not. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. But you guys, this is definitely it here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. If you would like the recipe to this, I will be linking it in the description box below, and you can just go to my Substack newsletter and you will see the recipe there. See you guys on the next one. Peace.